Hello, everybody. This is Steven Jiang. Welcome to the podcast, New Era, New TA. And we are very happy to have my colleague as the special guest to this podcast. Hey, Shannon. So how about you give a very brief introduction about yourself?
I can do that. I'm Shannon Pritchett. I lead marketing here for hireEZ, former recruiter, resident of Dallas, Texas.
Likewise. And also, you realize this is a new device for this podcast, and before we didn't have it. Right?
I know, we're evolving as a company. We're getting fancier.
Yes. Okay. So I want to want you to share something about your very special experience. And you were recruiter before, right? And you did a recruiting for many years, and then later you became the community leader and evangelized the better recruiting for many years. And then we were so lucky to have you with us. And now you are empowering the better recruiting in the recruiting technology company, right? So you evolved your role step by step. So share what you are seeing and you have been observed from all very different experience. Okay.
Yeah. I always like to joke I have worked every single job in TA, so why not marketing? And I give a lot of credit to you for taking that chance on me, but it's a job that I probably have loved more than any of them. And, I'm in a good seat where I've been a recruiter, I've been a recruiting leader, I've been a trainer in the space, I've led communities like you say, and I've really got to see the evolution. And I remember when you and I had a frank conversation in probably around this time, March, 2021, about me joining hireEZ at the time.
Yeah, 4 years.
And I didn't tell you the exact reasons why I was interested in coming to work with you. And that was because I really wanted to help change the industry. I was a struggling recruiter early in my days. I always had a knack for curiosity. I always had a knack for self-improvement, to learn more, to grow more. I had to pay for training on my own. I remember the first hireEZ classes I ever did, I paid for out of pocket. And so for me to become an hireEZ trainer, that's not a surprise. The first SourceCon conference I ever went to, I paid for it myself. So then I'll come and lead SourceCon. I used to buy the the Career Crossroads books. So why don't I work for Career Crossroads as well? And hireEZ would have been a product I would have purchased with my own money as well. But I've always wanted to change the industry. I've always been motivated ever since I learned more about it and surrounded myself with so many brilliant people. I've been motivated to change it. And it's very hard to lead change on the practitioner side of things. And so I felt like, you and I together with the amazing people we work with can bring that change to the industry. And I think we're finally there with what we're developing, what we're creating. And that's something that drives me and motivates me every single day. Recruiters, a lot of technology companies come to this space and they think, oh, I can do it better than the recruiters can, right? It's like, and now you're seeing that with AI companies coming to the space. Well, recruiters can't do it, so my AI will do it for them. And you really don't understand or know a recruiter if that's your mentality. Recruiters are smart and passionate, and they got into recruiting, well, to make money, but also because they care about building teams. Yeah. They care about hiring people. Yep. I think we don't give recruiters credit for what they're actually doing. They're bringing livelihood to families. That's a really big deal. I still keep in touch with some of the last candidates I ever placed, and it's been 10 years plus since I've been a recruiter. And it's because, I got to impact so many different lives as a recruiter, and that's what motivates people throughout the day. It's a profession that you don't just wake up one day and become one, or roll out of bed and think, well, I have AI now, so I'm going to be a better recruiter. You go to the school of hard knocks, you learn the hard way. And I think recruiters are very motivated to learn, to improve, and to deliver value to the companies that they represent.
Yeah. And see, I enjoy hiring recruiters to do the very different jobs, right? And you will be a great example. And you were a recruiter, and now you are doing marketing, and you are leading marketing and VP of marketing at hireEZ. I think this is a great example, and we also have a Dan, and was a recruiter, now is doing our content community and customer evangelist.
Mhm.
See, this is the best example to show what you just said. Recruiters actually are very capable, a group of very capable people. And from the many years, and probably 9 years, we know each other, right? So two things I absolutely appreciate from you and from your professional experience, right? And number one is hunger, okay, and definitely see the very hungry mentality. So, and second is about be very self-driven and very self-learning mentality as well. Okay, so I think these two are very fundamental behind to drive the raw change. And so I hope you will also share the same thing with other recruiters, right?
Yes.
So especially in this new world and the recruiting world, the landscape has changed, shift completely. So this is the moment for recruiters to make changes as well,
Yes.
right? So but let me share with you something, okay? And then can you pull it out from the screen? This is our own recruiting, okay? So our recruiting team's funnel in the past almost 4 months, okay? It was shocking. It is shocking to me still, okay? 250 candidates, applicants will generate one hire. And I also lead our sales organization, and I'm dealing with the funnel in the sales. It's not as hard as this one, trust me, right? And so probably we have about 5% from the marketing generated leads, we call MQL, right? Marketing qualified leads, to the deal we close. It's about 1 out of 20.
Wow.
Right? See, this is a 1 out of more than 200, and you think about the difference.
Stephen, there's no way I can give you 4,200 customers to then convert 18. We would be poor.
We bankrupt.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. So, see, in front of this data, then I have 2 questions. Truly, these are 2 questions, right? And number one, why recruiters are not proud of being recruiter?
Yeah.
Right? And if you talk with the sales reps, they are very proud. They are very confident, right? So we need to bring the pride and the confidence back to the recruiters as well. Okay, definitely. And this funnel is showing the very capable professionals behind.
Yeah. You and I have seen the proud moment that recruiters have had before, right? Remember the good old days of conferences and stuff like that?
Yeah.
But what's happened since then? It's economic shifts. The landscape has shifted.
Yeah.
AI coming for jobs, recruiters doing far more work with less resources. You know, it's like, I think they're still proud, but I think a part of them has been kind of buried, you know, in that insecurity and lack of confidence. And we don't like to see that, do we?
We don't.
Yeah.
Right? And we absolutely see a lot of change. But then the change are most challenging ones for recruiters. Okay. So, and recruiters want to make change, but they don't want to know how.
Yeah.
Right? They feel insecure. Or they don't want to make change, and we want to encourage them to make moves, right? So share your mission.
I think change management has always been difficult for recruiters, right? And that's why they're so accustomed to using the tools and processes that they have been for the past 15 years.
Yes.
But AI changes that. And I think AI is something that gets hyped as fear. But I've never known recruiters to get scared by AI. You know, we were at the very first conference that addressed AI in recruiting, and everyone left rallied in hunger.
8 or 9 years ago.
9 years ago, yes. And you know, and I see that hunger coming back. And the beauty about what we're doing here at hireEZ that I'm super excited about reminds me of when I first saw generative AI. We joke around this office because I have a relationship with Chat, Chat GPT. I call it Chat. But I have become almost addicted to use it. I'm a professionally trained writer. I used to have a newsletter. I used to have a column in a newspaper. I was mentored by Christine Brennan, but I make copy editing mistakes from time to time. So ChatGPT is there to catch those mistakes for me, and I am confident at when I put something in ChatGPT and it spits it out and I read it, that this is going to be a better piece. Just as I am with it researching me and answering questions for me and validating my responses. The beauty about the agentic AI that we've released is that it works the way recruiters work. There's no change management in there. The change is simply now you have somebody that you can talk to. It's like a personal coach throughout the day. I know like we like to say companion, but I want to use the word coach because a coach is somebody who guides you, who leads you, who motivates you, who you learn from, who you mentor from. And I don't see why AI can't be viewed as a coach. Just like ChatGPT is my coach to answer questions
absolutely
quickly.
Coach for me for writing. Okay, so English is my third language. So yes.
Exactly. And so now recruiters are going to be able to take how they've been using generative AI in those other products and apply that into the hireEZ platform. So it's recruiting like but it's results they've never seen before, right? And for example, you get a job description from a position that you've never really filled before, or maybe you filled a million times, but you've never done that job before. And so how confidently can you fill it? Or maybe you go in there thinking like, oh my God, this position is going to be so hard. I just found the last purple squirrel. Now I need another purple squirrel, right? You miss things. It's human error. We're only as good as the keywords we enter in a search engine, and that's awful, right? So let's bring AI into it. Now, it's finding things that we weren't able to humanly find before. It reviews things that we could not at the speed to ever review things before. I joke around as recruiter that I never really reviewed resumes. Well, I did, but maybe, 5, 10, 15 seconds for a good candidate, but that's all the time I have. I don't have hours to read it. I don't go line by line and read every little thing. I'm the best at, guessing when a hiring manager asks questions about a resume. That's what the phone screen is for, to intimately talk about the resume. Now AI can just review confidently for me and make me more confident in my selection moving forward. Same with writing, answering, replying, scheduling, right? And it's learning the way that recruiters learn as well. And what I really like about that is like you finally have a product that not only makes recruiters feel better, more confident, more secure, more validated, it's also helping them grow, right? We have Recruiting Academy, all that stuff that's always free for recruiters. But when can a recruiter use a piece of technology and get better throughout the day, to learn throughout the day, to become a better person throughout the day?
And you are pretty sure that we have that product?
We do have that product. I've been using it. It is great. And it's like, I don't want to say the things that, typical marketing, people say, but I do want to say that recruiters care about filling positions. They care about getting people jobs. They care about building teams for their companies. And it's hard when you have so many requisitions compared to what you used to have before. And now recruiters can confidently handle that and hire a lot more, do a lot more, and review things that they've never been able to humanly do. So it's kind of giving recruiters that superpower, right? And this isn't like, again, we're not launching a product here. We're launching a movement. Okay. And that's something it's something that I think we should be proud of. And I think that it's this, again, we've always been a for recruiters by recruiters company, and this product is no different. We sat down with recruiters. We learned from recruiters. We've already taken advice from the beta testing and applied that from recruiters into it. They're going to feel like this product is actually one for them.
Great. So you also quickly mentioned about the academy and also the community resources. And for sure, you keep asking for more resources from me, right? More budget from me to invest in this community. Yes, and we will continuously do that, and also guarantee that all the resources in the community will be for free. Okay, so and definitely that will help a a lot of recruiters start to pivot, start to improve, and start to make a difference, right?
Yep.
And also, we are seeing a big opportunity of agentic AI. Very often, it's for people to quickly put the AI and human on two sides, okay, and that brought the very complicated thinking and also communications among people, okay. But why not we put the AI and human on the sense I mean on the side, and also the same side, and also on the same boat, right? And then see, the other day I shared this with my wife, and I say, hey, what if everybody on the planet, because of this AI, and everyone's IQ increased 20, right, or 20%? So then this is the world we are entering in. So in that new world, yes, see, everybody is smarter, everybody is more capable. So, and then we set that mindset as the assumption, and then we start to think in the future, right? Assume we are in the future already, and then backward thinking that will help us to decide what we need to do today. So
that's not an outlandish way of thinking, because studies have shown when you surround yourself with people of high intelligence or high IQ, it increases your IQ by 10, 20%. So, I mean, what is more intelligent than, the AI that we have deployed there? And I think it's, again, if I'm calling my AI chat, then to me, it's like, I've kind of formed that relationship with them. I don't see why your IQ won't be elevated. I think that's a great way to look at it, Stephen.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, by the way, it's a chat or chat?
Chat with a T, yeah. Okay. Our good friend Elaine Euler took the D, so
okay.
Yep.
All right, okay, so it's great conversation with you, Shannon, and thank you for all your great effort for the community, and also, of course, for your great effort for our marketing effort, the marketing team. Thank you.
This is why I like working with you, because we both share the same vision of giving back to the community, and that's what motivates us and keeps us awake at night too, because we always think about what more can we do for them.
Yes.
The future of talent acquisition isn't coming. It's already here. See for yourself at hireEZ.com.